Hey everybody, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching as always. Got a Craftsman self-propel push mower here behind me. I have determined it needs a flywheel key. This is the third lawnmower of that lot of 35 that I have determined needs a flywheel key. This is the second one that you're going to see on film here on the channel. The third one is actually a Lowe's one. I don't know if I've got it in the frame there. It needs a little bit more than just a flywheel key. It's a lot older mower, so it's going to take a little bit more work. So, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this one. It's priming, but whenever you pull it, it's got like the kickback and the wants to pull your arm out of its socket type deal. So that's an easy flywheel key fix. We're going to go ahead and take care of that here in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's give this a look here. This is a 6.75 horsepower Briggs & Stratton MRS series, most reliable starting. Still a primer bulb. It's got the older style Craftsman deck on it, probably mid 2000s. I'm going to guess 2005. If y'all want to go ahead and make your guesses, we'll figure this out in just a second. The self-propel does work. I could pull the cord and see that the self-propel is working like it needs to. So, we've guessed the years, right? Let's see what's on the engine plate here. Actually, I already looked, and I'm not correct. It's a manufacture of November of 2010, 110-1105. So 122102. Here is your... Oh, here we go. This is a little bit weird. So this has been replaced for some reason at some point, because the deck is February 6th of 2004 is the date code for that. A 917378931 is your model number. So somewhere along the line, something has been replaced here. But seems like it's all, you know, peaches and cream otherwise. We're going to put the flywheel key in it. I will have to wire a switch for this one too, because the bail cable is bad. So no big deal. This is like probably 100 to, I think I got a bag out there for it, $120 mower. We'll see what I can find out to get for it. I have some wheels for the back. It is a standard back wheel, it looks like, with the way that they have the wheels situated here. They got the height and everything adjusted accordingly for just a standard back wheel, which I have plenty of them. I have one off of a rotted up deck here. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. I'm going to get this on the bench. Go ahead and swap the wheels out, get this thing up on the bench, and we'll go ahead and start messing with the flywheel key on this thing. Alright guys, we got this one elevated. We're going to get it off of here. I'm going to take the pull rope off first, which is just a nut on top. Okay, probably going to replace that. Just checking on the carburetor. I think we might have a good carburetor and not gas tank and all that stuff here. So, screwdriver, which I just had. We're going to take these screws out here for the engine cover. It's missing a couple pieces and it's a little broken, but I also don't have the cover for the self-propel, so that's going to detract from the value a little bit, but I mean, it's still a self-propel mower. It's going to be a $100 mower at least. Probably listed for $120. So 5/16 next. We're going to get 3 gas tank nuts off here. 1, 2, 3. Should be able to pivot it up. should be. There we go. That's easy to do. Get a 3/8. Man, my allergies are starting to get to me for some reason. Three-eighths on the front. Two in the back. Gas tank's right in the way of that. So let me try bending it up a little bit. There we go. Always get an extender to get around it if you need to. Alright, so that should pull the cover off for the engine. Dipstick usually comes with it. Got to get it out of this little tab right there. Pull it on up. Could be worse. Next order of business, I'll show it to you. I got a 5/16 inch nut. What I have done in the past to make this life a little easier for me, take a wire brush, on a drill. I've got this type of brush and it seems like it works okay. Just gonna brush some of the stuff off here. That helps. A little bit of WD-40. And now 15/16. Bless me. Bless me a second time. Sorry, y'all. Gets that off, and we're going to see a sheared flywheel key. It's pretty sheared. Let me show you. So this one used to be a key start, which they disabled. So somebody's been working on this before. But here's what we've got here. So let me take the nut. This is what I do my best to do, and it's hard. It's really hard to get it just right. But I'm going to take this nut, put it on here. We're going to get it as flush as possible to this crankshaft. Now what I'm going to do, we'll grab a pull bar, get a little bit of lubricant under there as well. Help it pop off a little bit better. Grab me a little bar and a hammer. We're going to pop this thing off. So what I do, I'm going to go on this side. I'm going to raise up on the flywheel a little bit, find a good place to kind of give it a little leverage. Not a lot. We're just going to knock the mess out of this thing. There we go. Like I said, it's very important that you keep that nut flush so you don't have any issues. And I think I hit it a little bit too wrong, but we got it off. It's going to be a little difficult to get back on, but that's okay. I think we got it off pretty successfully. So I'd already taken the blade brake off as well, because this one was having issues with that. So we'll pull the flywheel up. The part of the sheared key is in there. The other part is actually on the shaft. So we'll get that out. It's even in there anymore. Yeah, there it is. We need to grab a screwdriver. Wow, that one's stuck in there pretty good. Ooh. Wow. That one's actually stuck in there really good. Okay, there we go. Get out the flywheel now. Okay, so it's out of the flywheel. Now I'll go ahead and put the flywheel back on. Now what I'll do, we're going to line it up with the keyway on the crankshaft, so it's lined up, right? There we go. Now, I'll cut it right here for a second. Let me find my flywheel key, shave a few seconds off this video, and we'll pop it in there, put everything back together, see if it'll run for us. Alright, so here we go. I'm taking this flywheel key. I've already shown you that I've lined it up. I'm just going to put it in the groove on the flywheel and the crankshaft in between that. So you've got it there. It sometimes needs a little encouragement. There we go. I'm going to take this flathead screwdriver and just pop it in there. Okay. So I popped it in there. It is now, the key is now either flush or below the flywheel. So now what I'm going to do, take this nut, and I'm going to try and be really careful here to not strip the threads off. I don't like the way that's going on. Let's see if I can get it off. Oh, I know why. Because I've got a bunch of junk on the threads from other stuff. Still don't like the way it's trying to go on there. I'm doing this because I can't get it off, can't get the nut off of the, there we go. So you should just be able to turn it. And I can't until I get to that point. So now I kind of want to take a ratchet. I don't really want to take the impact right here. I'm an idiot. I gotta put the flywheel cut back on. So put your flywheel cut back on first, and then, so it doesn't look like I'm damaging any threads by doing this. So flywheel cup, then your nut. This is just, the quantums aren't bad. The issue is, like, if I wanted to properly use a puller, I would actually have to get a tap and tap threads and all that mess. Whereas right here, I can just tighten it up. So it's pretty tight now. The difficulty is probably going to be getting, there we go. Threads look okay. This mower's probably never going to have another flywheel key replacement. But let's see. So impact it down. That's all you need. Don't go too tight because you do not want to strip or break off that crankshaft bolt or anything like that, because then you're really screwed. Next order of business, let me put a pull rope in it. Let me get my pull rope stuff. I'll show you that while we're at it. Why not? Alright y'all, I got the bird's eye view going on for you. Grab a screwdriver. I'm going to pull the rope all the way out. All the way. Do this the easy way here. Okay. We pulled it all the way out. I'm going to secure it with a screwdriver. Let's see. How far do you want to go? You want to go about right there. Try and get everything flush and straight so that it's a straight shot when you put a new rope in. Alright, here's we're cutting the end off, pulling it out. Gonna get the pull rope out of here. Just take some long skinny needle nose pliers and that'll usually get it. You see where it's kind of fraying up near the top and kind of almost getting close to the knot. Those are some weak points. You don't want a lawnmower coming back because the pull rope broke on it because you were lazy and didn't put a good pull rope on it. I don't know how long this mower's been sitting, so now what I'm going to do, I've got the knots cut. I've got my new rope. I'll let y'all see this, I guess. I'm going to cut it to length, so I'm just going to pull it out. Cut it to this length of the old rope, maybe just a little bit longer. So do about right here to accommodate for some knots. Okay. I'll get back down into the nitty gritty here. Take you a lighter. I have like a t-shirt or a towel close by. I'm going to light the end of this thing. That's a heck of a cigarette lighter right there. So get it nice and hot. I'm taking the shirt and just pulling it. Give it that nice little tip on the end there. Slide that into the pull rope. It should slide in there really well, and it just did. Burning the end saves a lot of frustration, I promise you. I promise. I'll take these pliers and pull them. Hopefully I'm not in the way. I double knot them just because. Just because I do. I always want to make sure that knot's not going to come through. Secondly, I also like the extra insurance. So doing the same thing to this side except with the pull rope. That was a heck of a flame on that cigarette lighter. Wow. Okay. Same deal. Don't do it with your fingers. Get some sort of, you will burn yourself if you do that. Get some sort of material. So we're putting the rope into the pull handle. Knot it twice. The end will cool down by the time you get to this point. It's just immediately after you got to get it before, while it's kind of hot, so that it takes that shape. 2 knots. Was it 2 wrongs make a right, and 2 knots make a do? I mean, I don't know. So, back on. Let me get you off of this pedestal here. Put everything back together and see if we can get this thing started. Alright, time to put the pull rope back on. Oops. Hang there. So we're going to pretty much do the reverse of what we did earlier. Which is put my cover back on here. Fit it in the dipstick hole. Should just slide down like so. Sometimes you have these little panels on the side that you have to fight. This one's kind of missing them, so nothing to worry with there. Let me clean up my space a little bit. I don't need that 15/16 anymore. I don't need the hammer or the half inch. Okay. Let me get my 3/8 back. We're going to thread these bolts in. Part of this video of doing this whole deal is kind of showing y'all how, like, to diagnose, first off, know what's going on, 2, fix it, and about how long it takes, I guess, me, which is not I guess, I don't know, I wouldn't call myself a seasoned mechanic because I do not run this as a business, at least as the filming of this video. The way that this channel keeps going, y'all might be able to support me enough to make this be my full-time living. It's y'all really help me out a lot. I do it because y'all enjoy it. Obviously the ad revenue is nice. That was not the original intention of the channel. As last bolt's being a little temperamental, stand by. Perfect. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we are good. We're going to put these, you just tilt the gas tank back forward. It's just easier to do that if you can pull that off, because you don't have to take the fuel line off and all that good stuff. Saves you a couple minutes. I'm going to get a nut driver here and start these before I do the impact. In my toolbox of fun, there it is. Okay, number 2. You'll feel if you cross thread them. If you feel the cross threading, Pull them back out. Like that one right there is trying to cross thread on me. Still trying to cross thread. There we go. We got it right now. I'm sure my arms and everything are in the way. Back on. Great. This was priming. It looks like it slowly leaked some of the gas out of it. So I don't think I put a ton of gas in it as it was. Tell you what, let me take this thing down. I'll take this down, put gas in it. I'll rejoin you as we try and start this thing. Let me check the oil first, though. Oil's dark, but it's good. Blade, while we're here. Just needs an edge on it. Perfectly usable, though. Air filter's actually a little bit of oil on it. A little oily, but I'd say about 80% clean. Nothing crazy that I feel like I have to replace. Let me get this down. Actually, we're done. I'm going to go ahead and put this cover back on while we're here. And there we go. Should be able to identify the holes that it goes in pretty easily. Start to finish, guys. Start to finish. All right. Let's see if we can finish it. Let me get it off. Test it out. All right, y'all, I've got the zip tie a little rigged just to have it in the on position. I'm gonna fix it a little bit later. But I'm just gonna prime it, put some gas in it. We'll see if it cranks up. It should. Pretty sure the self-propel works on it too, which would be good. One more time. I think that cable's a little frozen because the self-propel got locked in, but fixed, at least in terms of flywheel key. Got a carb issue now, so let me get it back up on the bench and we'll see what's going on with that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and replace the fuel line and all that good stuff while I'm here. So, 5/16, 3 of them. Take that off. Obviously we're going to take the gasket off too right there. So the gasket's been on there. It's probably the original everything here. It looks like even the original fuel line, which that might be our issue, quite honestly. We're going to find out here in just a second. Let's see what I can do here. Kind of pull a Bruce here. Put the mower up like that and work on it. I think so. We're gonna let me get it back on the ground, and I'm just gonna turn it sideways here. That way I don't have to clamp fuel line down and worry about all the gas and all that mess. So let's do this. Let me get y'all a little bit lower. And what we'll start off by doing is taking off the fuel line because it's obviously pretty rough. Okay. I bet there's some black stuff from the inside of this fuel line in here. Let me get a 1/2-inch wrench or ratchet. Sadly, I think I'm going to lose the gaskets on this carb, and then at that point, it's not really going to be the best idea to try and fix it. Let's see what kind of junk we've got in here. Yeah, I've seen worse, but it's definitely plugged, as you can see. Man, I don't want to take that off. See if we can do a quick and dirty, and because it's not leaking gas. As you can see, there's been some gas in it, but I know as soon as I break this, it's not going to work. So let me grab a wire, and I'm going to clean that jet out, put it back in, and we'll see if it cranks for us. Alright, we'll give this another shot. I don't think this is going to work, but I didn't want to break that seal if I could just get by with cleaning the jet, which I don't think it will. It's pretty caked up stuff. we'll break her open, see what's going on with it. And y'all see me do this quite a few times, but I'll let y'all see it again. Why not? The start to finish process, right? Come hang with me. All right. Pulling off the fuel line. I did replace the fuel line. It's brand new. I've got it tilted so that the fuel does not come out. 2 3/8. Gets this off. Alright, so that's off. Look at all that green mess in the carb. Let me get it on the bench. I'll break it back open down here and we'll see what we end up having. Alright, back here on the bench, the carb this time though. Oh, yuck. That is nasty. Let me get the seal out of the way. Let's see, try not to break it. Please. Okay. Seal's out of the way. Oh, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Part of me just wants to throw it in the Ultrasonic, see if I can save it. Throw some lubricant on here, see if I can get at least this freed up. Alright, so I actually got the needle and seat freed up here. That's a good thing. Did we? No, we haven't. We're just screwing around with this. And I'm just tempted just to throw this mess in the Ultrasonic and see what happens. I think the seal is good enough to where I can reuse it. Yeah. Let me do that. Here's the before. Probably gonna take some cycles to get this one clean. But we'll see what we end up we're going to end up being able to do with this thing. I've got some carbs over there. Part of me is just like, fix it, sell it, be done with it. The other part of me is put it in the Ultrasonic. So we'll see what we end up doing. You know, I need to do an Ultrasonic video, so I might do that. Alright y'all, here's what we're going to attempt. So I did one cycle. I've got all the jets clean, the needle's moving. It got a lot of the crud, or at least softened a lot of it. Float seems to be working okay. So I'm just going to put it back on, put the bowl back on, clean the bowl out pretty well. I'm never going to have this 100% perfect, but that'll get us relatively close. I'll put this gasket back on. Hopefully it's still good enough to seal. Hopefully the gaskets are still good enough to seal on this. And we'll tighten it up. I got my quarter out. I don't know where I put my half at. put it back on the mower and we'll give this thing a test run yet again. Hopefully we save this thing. This will be my first ultrasonic save if I can. I can hear it moving, so we have promise. Let's just see what happens. Alright, y'all, I had a little bit of a mishap with my original recording of this after fixing it. Let me get the tripod. I want to show y'all what it was doing. So I showed y'all the carb, and so I've got it here. There's no leaks on it. There's still gas in it. This is the next day. I haven't put the cover on it yet, but I'll double gasket it and all that, and that should work okay. I'm going to throw a little starter fluid in it and see if I can get it to crank up for us. I think the jet got partially clogged again. Things out of fuel. Well, really. I wonder if the float got stuck on it. I want it to run for a good 10 minutes or so, honestly. It sounds like the float's gotten stuck on it, unfortunately. Let me see if I can tap it free. Or if I can push it through the gas tank here. Something's still not right with it. The float looked, or the seat looked good when I opened up the needle and seat earlier, and I had it being able to run for a while longer than that. Let me throw a little bit of gas in it and see if that helps matters. It has some in it, but not much. That should give it enough. Let me just hit this. I just think the float got stuck. Either the float got stuck or the jet got clogged again. Let me take it back off and see if I can see if it's the jet. I was hoping to not have to take it back off because I finally got it to where it wasn't leaking, but we'll see what we end up with. Let me get it just a minute here. Well guys, I've given it a valiant effort. I don't know if we're going to be able to save it though. It's gotten even worse. I tried to clean it out, and I think there's some debris that's in the carburetor right here in the little elbow between the fuel inlet and where the seat is, and it's just not having it. I'm going to take it off one more time. I'm going to dump it in the ultrasonic one more time and see if we can get it clean. If not, I'll just put a new one on here and we'll just go from there. So ultrasonic number 2, let me get it done and I'll be right back. Alright y'all, I'm going to walk around this with y'all. I'm going to show you everything I've done so far. And I'll let you hear it run. And the way that it's running, I think that the timing's off, or we've got something going on inside the engine that's causing it to do this. Fresh oil change, blade is sharpened. It's smooth now. The blade had a little bit of wallowed out area. I just made it where it's in the middle. I changed out those smaller rear wheels for some period correct wheels. I know they're yellow, but I think the hubcaps are really cool. And so I've left them on there. I got the self-propel working. I wired an on-off switch since that bail handle was bad, or that cable. Works beautifully. Self-propel's as good as it's going to be. Somebody put the wrong belt on there. It's too tight, but hey, it works. It works, so I'm not really going to worry with fixing that, especially at the price point of the mower. The self-propel works. Great. So let me let y'all hear how it's running. It almost sounds like it's missing. I'm going to try putting a different plug in before I do anything else. Unless the plug is loose, which I don't think it is. You can see it's smoking a little bit and stuff, so I'm not sure if it's bad rings or if it is a sheared flywheel key. Thought I replaced the flywheel key on this. I actually need to go back and look at my video. Let me get this project has been ongoing over the course of about a week and a half, and I've done so much in between that I've honestly forgotten. So let me go look at my video clips, and I'll be right back, and we'll see if I put a flywheel key in this thing. If not, I'll go ahead and take it off and see what I can do with it. Alright guys, I checked the video, and the first thing I did was replace the flywheel key on it. So I think what I've got going on is, I don't think this key is sheared again. I think whatever this thing hit, or whatever caused the key to shear, I think resulted in a little bit of engine damage too, unfortunately. As you'll see, it's smoking a little bit and a few other things. It did change the oil on it and stuff, so. But we got a little bit of engine wear going on, unfortunately. Still though, in this condition, this mower's probably still worth about $75. That's what I'm going to list it for, saying runs, cuts, self-propel works, engine smokes a little bit. Somebody will come by it. Also, the air filter plate's a little warped, so you have to push down on the side in order for it to prime. I'll show you that it does prime, because you'll hear the tune of the engine change. freewheel backwards like it wasn't before. So again, y'all, this is not my finest achievement by any means, but we've got somebody, I mean, the Quantums will run like this forever, even if they're smoking like that. You just got to make sure you keep oil in it. I had one that smoked even worse than this last year, and it came back this year at the beginning of the year. The guy traded up and upgraded, and as long as I kept oil in it, that thing would run fine. It just smoked like crazy. So again, we did a lot of work to this. Flywheel key, new pull rope, new carburetor, new wheels. I don't know what else we did to it. We did a bunch to it. Only to find out the engine's a little hurt. No, I mean, not wasted effort. I still don't have. I have less than $75 in the mower, more like 12 to 15. I mean, it's not crazy. And I'll get $75 for it. So, because it's a working self-propelled lawnmower, it's worth about that, with a good deck on it nonetheless. I sold one that had a basically rotted out deck for $60. Right now, I guess the grass is a little dry because we have not had a lot of rain here lately, so sales are a little slow, but it's good that I'm able to stock back up on some stuff. So I appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all enjoy the video of this Craftsman, which actually looks pretty decent. It's just missing this cover, and got the engine that smokes a little bit, but that's all right. You turn nothing into something, you make a little money off of it. We don't win them all, and this one's not a loss by any means. But thank you for coming along for the ride. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you then.